Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 297. It is Friday. Friday, friends. It's been a week again. It's Friday. Here in Cincinnati, it's blue skies, bare leaves, bare trees with no leaves. Really, really cold. I think we dropped 30 to 40 degrees yesterday. It started off at almost 60, and then last night there was snow in some areas. It was cold last night for Halloween. Not that I was out trick-or-treating, but it was really cold for all of those little ones. Today it is still chilly, and all the leaves that were on the trees have been rained down or blown down, and so it's looking like we are moving quickly into winter. Okay, it's been a week. I don't even want to list all the astrological things that are happening. Go to Astromama, read it for yourself. There is all kinds of stuff. What I would like to focus on in this space today is the energy of it, the way that it feels to me through my filter, through my understanding, and the way I translate it. And as I share that with you, it goes through your filter, your understanding, your translation of it. And then perhaps there will be some nuggets in here that will inspire you or guide you as we move towards the weekend and then step into November. We are almost at the end of this year. Literally, I mean, my calendar now is November, December, and then it's 2020. I am organizing my schedule, and 2020 is within easy touching. It's just incredible to my mind. This morning in my meditation, I started thinking about New Year's Eve and a meditation for next year and what the energy is of 2020, and I had to pull myself back because I could feel how it's like whoosh, when we cross into 2020, that literal flowing from this decade into the next. It is going to feel like a tsunami of energy. There's going to be so much momentum carrying us into that new field. So I pulled back. I pulled back the reins a little bit to be here because we still have 8 weeks left, 9 weeks, however many weeks there are. We have 2 months, and there is much to complete and release, and right, so much to shift out of so that we are fully prepared for what is arriving in 2020. So the title for today very clearly is Easy Does It. Easy does it. And there are lots of thoughts that have been going through my mind as I tune into that title, so we'll just sort of see where it goes. The first thing to share, there is an amazing instrumental piece. I think it's about 9 or 10 minutes long. It's by the Echelon Effect, and I believe it's called Responders. I will see if I can find it, and I'll put a link to it here in the description. I might have discussed it before in this space, but anyway, the way that it feels relevant right now, the way that the song opens, it's by this incredible group that I know I've talked about before. They travel to the oceans in different areas around the world, and then they create a collection of music that takes the vibration of that area and translates it into sound. And each album is different because it's in a different location of the world. And they created this song, I believe it's on the Pacific album. It's all these different, let me see how to describe it. It begins with hearing the voice of an air traffic controller, and he is talking to the pilots of the airplanes and helping them figure out where it is they're going to land. And when he's doing that, his voice is so upbeat and happy and steady, and you clearly know that he knows what's going on and he's going to get everybody where they need to be. He's just rock solid, calm, having some fun, enjoying the experience, just good. He's just good. And you know there must be absolute chaos on his screen. There are so many planes and so many things, and he's so busy talking, yet he just keeps it all going, and it's all just flowing. The feeling of that is what I offer to you as this vibration for the podcast today. Easy does it. There is so much being managed in everyone's lives. So many people we are taking care of and tracking and talking to who need something from us or expect something or want something or we want something from them. And there's just, if you can imagine energy as cords or ropes or threads, when we sit in the center of our own world, our own reality, our own experience, we have tangles of threads going everywhere in a billion directions, connecting us to all these different things and people and stuff, all this stuff. And so when we sit in the center of our own world and allow ourselves to feel how complex it is and how we have created that complexity around ourselves, it can be absolutely overwhelming. And what is happening at this time, as we move towards the end of this year, as we step into November, as we move through Scorpio energy, as Mercury goes retrograde, all the stuff I told you I wasn't going to tell you, as we experience all of that, it can feel like we're being squeezed, like the wool or the threads have tangled themselves all around us and we are locked into this bundle of stuff. Right? And then there's maybe this cat that's like playing with our little ball of tangled wool that we're sitting in the middle of. So we're being like tossed around the room with this cat that's playing with us, and our reality keeps turning upside down. Oh, that's such a funny image. It's like when Horton hears the Who, and he's got the little world of Whoville in that little dandelion, and he's trying to just keep it safe, but he's this big elephant, and he's like running around with this little tiny little dandelion. Like Tom and Jerry, right? Sometimes we feel like we're playing cat and mouse, but we're the mouse, and we don't even know who the cat is. Oh, why is that cracking me up? That's such a funny image. All right, well, let's put ourselves in the center of our reality. We are the ones that are determining what our experience feels like. So plant yourself energetically in the center of that ball of wool, if that's what it feels like. And imagine you can just breathe the wool out away from you. Like literally, right? Just start to create some space around yourself. Push back all the stuff that wants to drown or suffocate you. Just push it back. Energetically visualize it being pushed back. Create a buffer, a cocoon of energy, of breathing room around yourself. And then imagine the stuff that's like above your head, if you're using the image I am of a ball of wool. Imagine you can just scoot all that wool that's above your head or in front of your eyes and push it down to the floor, so that you're creating an opening over your head, an opening in front of you. You're not losing any of the wool, you're just moving it. You're taking all of these energetic threads that connect you to everything, and you're just putting them down on the floor. Just landing them on the ground, putting them down for a few minutes. It takes so much attention and effort for our mind, body, spirit to manage all of this stuff that moves around us. So if you can just set it to the side, just sitting here listening to me, put everything on the floor. It's your reality, your world. Put it all down for a moment and just see what it feels like. You'll notice right away. It's like, yes, right? I can breathe. My mind isn't spinning anymore. Like, there's fresh air above my head, and I can maybe even feel warmth of sunshine. What's that? Right? If I were to visualize myself opening my eyes, I might even see like happy things in front of me instead of this gray darkness that tells me the world is so hard. When you just put it all down, just breathe. Easy does it. Easy does it. It doesn't have to be so hard and complicated. All that stuff will still be there. You're still going to sort through all the Scorpio bullshit. You're still going to have the truth-telling conversations, and you're still going to have to take care of your body. And just like the air traffic controller, you still got to land all the planes and make sure nobody crashes. And also right now, easy does it. Like, give yourself a break for a moment. Just let yourself rest and feel like spaciousness around you. It's all going to get done, or it isn't. And if it doesn't get done, it'll be there in 2020. You can pick it back up. You can do it next year. Oh, if you could see my to-do lists. Like, I start really going so psycho almost at the end of the year. I'm like, okay, gotta get this done. All my vision plans from anywhere ever, they all have to be done by the end of the year. Right? And so my to-do list is silly. And then I'll realize, but what I really want is like to go out to dinner with my family and to like lay on the couch and watch a movie. And maybe to go see the big tree downtown because it's so pretty. So the to-do list just keeps getting put to the side. And then I start the new year, I'm like, oh, it's still there. The to-do list hasn't gone away. But just think, if I didn't take the to-do list with me into 2020, like, what would I do all year? I'd have nothing to start from. There'd be no new ideas. I'd have to sit and think of new ideas. And so, I mean, that might actually be kind of fun. I wonder if I should do that. I remember one year, my boss, when I worked at the construction firm, he came into my office and he told me, he's like, I just deleted 10,000 emails. I decided I'm never going to actually read them. What's the point? He just deleted all of them. Do you know how liberating that is for your soul and your mind? When you just go, bye-bye. I mean, if people really want to get a hold of you, they'll try again, right? If it's that important, someone's going to send you another message. I should try that with my to-do list. If it's that important, it'll come through as an idea in 2020 again, because that's what needs to be done, right? Yeah, what a liberating idea to throw away all the to-do lists. I might contemplate that a little bit more. Yeah, how's it feel to just sit in the space, to have some fresh air around your body and your mind, to let your soul kind of drop these delicious ideas into your awareness? Isn't it good? Right? We don't allow that for ourselves enough. We just keep tangling up more and more, and the ball just gets bigger around us and we start drowning in it. So how do we change that reality? You just put it down for a moment. You put all of it on the ground and you sit quietly with your eyes closed just like this, and you visualize space, breathing room around you. If it feels really good and your body is like tingling because you're so relaxed, expand the space. Imagine you can double how much space you have around you. Push the wool that much further away from you. I mean, you're going to start giggling. You're going to be cracking up with me, and you don't even know why you're cracking up. It just feels so good because you're not drowning in it anymore. Right? That's so awesome. It's so liberating. Even behind your back, imagine you can just push some space in. Push that pile, that weight, that dead weight that sits at your back. Push it further away from your back and visualize yourself like sitting up tall. Feel your spine. Your spine is what tells you how your life force is moving through you and which direction you could go next and what the possibilities are. When you get that shiver up your spine of a new idea, like, you know how good that feels? Well, when all you have at your back is all this tangled wool that's like weighing 50 billion tons, it's hard to remember what that energy feels like in your spine. If you want a challenge from me for the next 2 months, just a fun way to wrap up your 2019, go to a Kundalini yoga class. Watch a Kundalini yoga video. Like, just Google it. You'll get exactly the one that is perfect for you. Kundalini energy is about tapping into that spinal column, that life force. The energy that gives shivers up our spine that says you are alive and there is creative energy that wants to move through you. Try it, I challenge you. One Kundalini yoga video. Just give it a shot and see. See what it feels like to tap into that energy when you're not weighed down with everything you've been trying to get done and hold and carry. So yeah, relax. Easy does it. Easy does it. It's a new feeling to allow some breathing room into our lives. To put down all the junk and claim a few minutes, even if this is all you give yourself today, this weekend, or these few minutes of listening to me and opening up the possibility. What if I could create a different experience for myself in the last 2 months of 2019? What if I give myself this 2 or 3 minutes every day of just putting it all on the ground and breathing some more space into my life? How would your year end differently? What would shift in you so that when you step across the threshold into 2020, easy does it is your mantra, right? Easy does it. Screw all the working and stressing and, right? You can still get a lot done and have an abundant, incredible life, and you can do it energetically from a place of it being easier. So, here we are. Okay, we still have to go back into our current reality. So maybe you just get all of the wool and you pull it just a little bit closer so that you don't forget all the things that you're supposed to be doing and carrying and connected to. But maybe as you step out of this little cocoon I've held with you, maybe this time, instead of the wool covering your eyes and your head so you can't see anything, maybe it just sort of wraps around you like a blanket. So it's around your shoulders. It can open and close at your heart chakra. You're not losing any of the wool. But this time you're going to stand up, and that ball of wool is now a blanket of wool around you that's not too heavy, not too light. Certainly isn't over your head anymore. It's not blocking your vision, and it is not blocking your connection through your crown to Source, God, universal love, whatever name you give that energy. And the blanket actually feels kind of warm, and it's not tripping you under your feet because your feet are on the floor. And when you get up and you start walking, the blanket is just like a Superman cloak. Like Wonder Woman. I don't know if she has a cloak. I don't think she does. Superwoman. Or maybe like the most beautiful ancient chieftain or high priestess who holds that wool around her with reverence for the ways that she's connected to this life, the things that she gets to experience and do in this life. So it's not tangling us up anymore. It's actually this beautiful tapestry, this gift of wool that we carry on our shoulders. We might walk differently into our day with that energy. We might walk differently towards the end of November, the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020, if that's the way we're holding our own energy and our own reality. So play with it, right? I offer you my interpretation of what I feel collectively happening and available for us right now. And then you receive it and you have your own interpretation. So, yeah. Feels way better right now than it did when we started this space. So, good stuff. Good stuff. I wish you a beautiful weekend and a really easy, graceful transition into November. Easy does it, my friends. Thank you for tuning in to this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me on Sunday mornings for an hour of meditation, visualization, and energy healing, where we realign our mind, body, spirit with Gaia and Source. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.